Hello, good evening, everybody. This is your host, Khalil, host of Khalil, Sports Boy, coming to you live right here in Leesburg, Jenkintown County. Here, this WrestleMania week is officially here. Like us are excited right now. So I know this Saturday and Sunday is a big night for everybody out there. So big week for everybody. So just want you to know on that. I want to get you guys some hot topics right here. That Sam Darnold's been traded to the Panthers. I'll get you guys to that for sure. What that can mean for the Jets and who could be going to the Jets for sure. Remember, just a new two pick, number two pick by the way. Baylor breaks Zags undefeated last night, walking out their first Final Four title. I'll tell you guys about the fact that the very latest on the Deshaun Watson scandal. I'll talk with you guys about the fact that the battle of New York between Nets versus the Knicks, how that game went down last night. I'll tell you about the fact that also Aaron Rodgers, by the way, he did good on Jeopardy, and I'll tell you he did good at Jeopardy host. By the way, he's the former Jeopardy champ. I'll say what that can mean for his NFL career. By the way, and that's all there is for that. It did get short by some questions that you guys are probably going to want to know for sure. I'll definitely get you guys that for sure. Get you guys the reason behind that. I'll talk with you guys about the fact that the Mavs defeated the Jazz last night. I'll talk with you guys about the fact that AL Dion Sunmu is going to be declared for the 2021 NBA draft. Mark Pavlich's death toll was ruled a suicide. Yanks finals a trade to get Ronan Oder, by the way. Aaron Briggs September suspended from team activities because of kidney abuse, by the way. And that will be all there is for today, ladies, for that. First things first, I'm starting things off with the fact that Sam Darnold's been traded to the Panthers for 3 picks, by the way. They get a 6 rounder, 20 for the upcoming NFL draft in 2021 this month. A second rounder and a fourth. Whoever in 2021, they get a second rounder and a fourth rounder in 2022. So that's going to surprise a lot of people because honestly, the Jets had to move on from Sam Darnold because everyone knew this was going to ensue. And yes, Sam Darnold got excited in North Carolina, by the way, and that was good news there. That was really good news for him. But I think it's interesting that Sam Darnold, he's pretty much going to maybe exceed his career, I guess. Maybe he's going to do better because the Jets they were dumpster fire. They were dumpster fire last season. They really were. And to be honest, it's just safe to say that that's all there is for that, everybody. On that note. And clearly needs to say that Sam Darnold maybe maybe going to exceed a bit because I'd say Sam Darnold, you know, he may let himself down. He may let Jets fans down. He may let himself down, the viewers and subscribers down. But honestly, the Jets, I think they're gonna be better without Sam Darnold because whoever they get as for the number 2 pick in the 2020 NFL draft this month, by the way, later this, whether it's Justin Fields, whether it's Zach Wilson, if it's one of those guys, the Jets are gonna be a whole lot better. They're gonna be stronger. They're gonna be winning games. Hopefully, they can hopefully get a playoff spot, secure one. Hopefully, they're not gonna be sucking it up like they were this last season. But honestly, they had a and just they do have a number 2 pick, and they do have a number 2 pick in the NFL draft, by the which they do. But on that note, I can tell you this: whoever they get, whether Justin Fields or Zach Wilson or Mac Jones, if you will, Mac Jones, because I'll tell you, one of those guys is going to be a future MVP candidate, and I'm not going to say that one of them's going to be future Super Bowl MVP. No, I wouldn't want to go there. No, I wouldn't want to go there for a minute. I wouldn't think so. No, because one of those guys get the opportunity to take down Josh Allen, maybe face up against Tua Tagovailoa, Patrick Mahomes. But oh my goodness, those guys, Zach Wilson, you're going to have Zach Wilson. You're going to have Mac Jones. You're even going to have Justin Fields in that lineup. But I'll tell you this, if Justin Fields is number 2, that'll surprise a lot of people over Zach Wilson. They'll draft later this month. I'll tell you that right now, guys. So whoever it is, well, you better be ready, guys. You better be ready. So that's all eyes on that. So that's all there is you need to know on that, everybody. So my question is for so guys, get better with the Panthers now. Is it gonna help the Panthers get to a playoff spot? Could he really do that in the zone? Let me know in the comments that. I will definitely address my sure by, and that's all there is you need to know. Because I don't think that Sam Darnold has the rails, but I think it's just safe to say that he may not be able to get there. So it's a hard mountain to climb for him. I'll tell you that, though. Also, some other news I want to get into here: Baylor and Zags with their first Final Four title. Zags were one win away. One win away. They could have won that. Here's the issue, though. Baylor's defense went. Yes, look at it this way. Baylor was undefeated for sure that the entire season. Last night, they get the job done. This is Zags' second Final Four title game loss. Second Final Four title game loss. They lost to UNC, and last night they lose to Baylor. I'm ashamed of the Zags. I really am. Look, the Zags, they make what they had torn apart everybody. They have literally murdered every team out there. But they couldn't do it to Baylor, though. They couldn't do it to Baylor last night. I don't know what happened to the Zags out there, but they got to pick themselves back up. I'll give it credit to the Zags. They will come back. They had a terrific by part, which they did. Made to the March Madness. Made to the Sweet 16 Elite Final Four. They got so far, and I'll give them respect to that. They didn't disappoint not one bit. I'll tell you that. But the defense, I just know what happened to them last night. They just didn't show up, though. So I know what to say to them right now. But the Zags, you will come back. You'll be ready. You'll be prepped, and you will come back with this humiliating loss. And honestly, I thought the Zags were going to be defeated Final Four champs, which for the first time in their illustrious careers since 76, but that didn't happen. I mean, come on, Indiana State, they've already lost. Baylor 76. Kentucky's already lost. Kentucky, well, Wichita State, they've already lost to Kentucky. Kentucky, they were undefeated. They lost. Say that I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed, though, because I don't know what happened to them because the defense wasn't doing so good. The running game was a little off a bit. And they didn't look so dominant the way they used to be. And honestly, the Zags right now, they just got picked apart. I mean, this team just got stepped on. I mean, seriously, what happened to the Zags? I don't know what happened to the Zags, but it was so disappointing right now. Fans are crying, laying their heads down, and clearly, how did Baylor do it? How did Baylor pull it off? I wonder for sure how Baylor pulled this off, because clearly, you know, Zags, they would be walking out as undefeated Final Four champs thing. Instead, it's a repeat from 20. It's just a repeat of 2017. I'll tell you this: my vote for next year's Final Four title game is going to be the Zags walking out yet again, time having a different outcome, walking out as Final Four champs. That could have happened last night. It didn't. Zags are going to come back vengeful, merciless, because the Zags, they're one of the top teams in college basketball history right now. They were. And you say what you want, guys, but at the end of the day, we got to understand, we got to give it credit due, though. Zags, what is going on here? You're kidding me, right? So I'm disappointed in them right now, and I don't think they were going to get trounced like that. I didn't think that was going to happen. Zags will come back. Zags, they will come back. I'll tell you that. They will come back. Other when the word regrets to her on that, that's the best news you got to be to my ears, what she did. And there's no doubt she's going to be a future WNBA draft pick. I'll tell you that, everybody. So that's a bright future ahead of her. I'll tell you that right now. Also, some other news. So I want to get into the Nets defeat of the Knicks, 114-112 in the battle of NYC, by the way, where Kyrie Irving scored 40 points at 2 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal. Jeff Green scored 23 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, and a block. Joe Harris scored 16 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists, and steals. RJ Barrett scored 22 points and 4 rebounds. RJ Barrett scored 22 points and 4 rebounds. Orange Julius Randle scored 19 points, 15 rebounds, 12 assists, 1 steal, and a block. Reggie Bullock scored 21 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. And D. Russell scored 16 points, 1 rebound, and steal, 3 assists. Knicks, they're playing pretty good right now. I'll tell you that. But my knickknacks, man, I got to say, the Knicks, they put on quite. I mean, even though James Harden had a bit of a right hamstring, he didn't play. He had no points in that game because of a hamstring injury he dealt with. And clearly, I would say if they get to the playoffs, but that's going to surprise a lot of people because the Knicks right now, I would consider them as the underdogs. People, you hear people Endo, which he's been playing like one since, but oh my goodness, I gotta say, he didn't disappoint. Orange Julius Randle, he does not disappoint. There's no doubt the Orange Julius Randle is most certainly fits in champs. That's the question people are going to ask. I'd be surprised myself though because it can happen. It can happen. So they're gonna be that. They have the effects. I'll tell you that. But the culture's changed. The landscape has changed a bit. The roster's changed. Everything has. So, man, I'll tell you that. If they get the playoff spot, they'll be ready. They'll be ready. I just hope they don't get eliminated. I'll tell you that, though. So, I mean, they meant to go for the Nets. They meant to go for the Bucks. They meant to go for the Sixers. Any of those teams out there. So, I'm looking forward to that matchup. So, that's something I'm looking forward to right there. And honestly, that's pretty much the best news. Yeah, even the next day do get a playoff spot, that'll be something right there. Mr. Mays, which it will be. I'll tell you that right now, guys. Also, got another news thing I want to get into. You know, Aaron Rodgers, he was hosting Jeopardy last night. A fan was answering a question, and it said this. This is a question that Troy had Aaron Rodgers, that someone trolled Aaron Rodgers on, and it said this. Who wanted to kick that field goal? Like, really? And the answer was, and then the question was, who was Mr. Rodgers? They don't mean Aaron Rodgers. They mean Fred Rodgers from Mr. Rodgers' neighborhood. That's what they mean. So yeah, that was them. I mean, not Aaron Rodgers Fred Rogers are related, not the late great Fred Rogers or Aaron Rodgers are related. Oh, no. I wouldn't go there for a minute, though. I'll tell you that. But my goodness, I'll tell you though, Aaron Rodgers at some point is going to retire. Yeah, even though Aaron Rodgers he went to a getaway with Shailene Woodley, by the way, who he's engaged to, and he did have a little man bun, and he went to and he and Shailene Woodley went to Disney World, and they were known as the Force. They had a Star Wars mask, and even though Aaron Rodgers, after this Jeopardy hosting episode, he and Shailene Woodley answered my question about the word gem. They're a rare gem, and I'll tell you something else. Aaron Rodgers may be in the final season of his NFL career. Next season could be his final season with the Packers. And I'll tell you this right now. Aaron Rodgers one day is going to be sitting in Drew Brees' shoes. Because even though Aaron Rodgers is trying to, even though Aaron Rodgers, he's gotten the worries that even though he's already lost to Tampa Bay Bucks in the divisional title game last season, I can tell you though that Aaron Rodgers may not be able to get there because even though he's trying to pursue another Super Bowl ring, he's trying to. Yes, he's a 3-time MVP. We all know that, or I should say, an engaged 3-time MVP, if you will. Honestly, I would tell you though that Aaron Rodgers he's going to come back. I would say because all Aaron Rodgers got to do is knock Tampa Bay off his high horse. That's what he has to do. So I'm looking forward to that matchup, which I am, by the way. And I think it's safe to say that clearly Aaron Rodgers he's still a GOAT. We all know that. And his guest hosting Jeopardy role, it's doing him a lot of good. That, my friends, is going to lead that fans is going to lead to Aaron Rodgers both still play for the Packers, trying to get to another Super Bowl, and be co-hosting Jeopardy. He's going to do 10 episodes for sure. I'll tell you that in the next 2 weeks. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I think it's safe to say Aaron Rodgers. He made a good Jeopardy host last night. He names a former Jeopardy champ, which he is, and a Jeopardy MVP, which he is for sure, and his resume, which he is. And he's a big fan of Jeopardy. But I gotta tell you, Aaron Rodgers, he definitely is gonna be. He's definitely gonna leave the NFL, retire from the NFL, have his jersey retired, be a first-ballot Hall of Famer. Next thing you know it, continue being a Jeopardy host. That would be music to everybody's ears. Yes, he's 37. We all know that. We all know it. Aaron Rodgers still got it, though. The question is, how much does he have left in the tank? Ask yourself, will this lead to Aaron Rodgers potentially having to retire something that Aaron Rodgers would have done last season or maybe decade to go? But he hasn't gotten there yet. Because he got 3 years left on his offer. But he doesn't worry about being afraid. He doesn't need to be a free agent. He doesn't need to be, getting traded anywhere. I'll tell you that. If Aaron Rodgers can't be able to get another Super Bowl ring on his hands, that's it for him. He's going to hang it up. That's what I would say with that, everybody. So I think it's safe to say his Jeopardy role, his guest hosting role of Jeopardy, him hosting Jeopardy, best since ever happened. I'll tell you that. That music to everybody's ears. But I'll tell you this. Aaron Rodgers is going to. That's all I can say on that, everybody. Because this season, because the upcoming season could be his last season there. I'll tell you that. And even though they got Jordan Love there, but needless to say that even though Aaron Rodgers is going to. Aaron Rodgers, yes, he has gotten pretty old, but I think it's safe to say that even though he's going to be getting, he's going to get married, and he wants to go. But I'll tell you, it's going to be for Aaron Rodgers. It's going to be the end of for Aaron Rodgers. I'll tell you that. So what you want, guys. Those are just facts. I'm saying the obvious, guys. That's all you need to know on that. Now, another news I want to get into, ladies and gents. 2 accusers were revealed in the press conference, though, that were suing Deshaun Watson of sexual assault misconduct, by the way. Now, one accuser who was on a press conference earlier today was actually Solis. Now she says that she was the first accuser and the first woman masseuse that sued Deshaun Watson of sexual assault and misconduct. And she says right here that Watson's being immature during the massage therapy session at her home, that is, last March. She says she's not afraid anymore. She's here to talk about, I'm sorry, she's here to take back the power and control. And she's a survivor. She's a sexual assault and survivor for sure. D-Watts, she's also the D-Watts is my assaulter and harasser. She also says, I replay the incident over and over again in my head as if I'm waking up to a horrific nightmare, and it's real. So she suffered some trauma from the incident and shakes, preventing her from doing her job, by the way. She says, I hope Watson knows how much pain he's inflicted on me, physically and emotionally. I won't allow D-Watts defining who I am. Won't let him win. He needs to be held accountable for his own actions. Lauren Baxley. Now she wrote the letter right here. If I can just get this out right here. Now she wrote this letter. Now she wrote the letter. Now she wrote a letter, and she wasn't at the press conference, but she says in the letter though that she says in this letter she wrote, this is right here saying every boundary from prototherapeutic to sexual and degrading, you went below the belt or attempted to. For sure, I'll tell you that much. And yeah. And she says right here that everybody from professional and therapeutic to sexual and degrading, you went below the belt or attempted to. Forgive myself for not speaking up sooner, and also so that you can know what brought terror to me and others. I came forward to offer solidarity to other women, but I have realized that I'm law brings that justice and that you're stripped of both your power and ability to hurt more women. So the NFL, however, has launched an investigation, getting a complaint that issued by a new accuser isn't unveiled yet, but it's very unknown if a new accusing that can be related to Watson. And like it or not, guys, Deshaun Watson may have an arrest warrant on his hands, and clearly it needs to say that Deshaun Watson has not been charged, no put in custody. I'll tell you that though, he has not been arrested from these crimes, from these lawsuits that he's committed. By the way, 18 women who were involved in that wrote statements, by the way, saying that that they were supporting Deshaun Watson. And then next thing you know, you got two accusers now that are saying that they issue statements, they unveil themselves, they issue statements regarding the Deshaun Watson scandal of misconduct and the of sexual assault misconduct cases. But I can tell you that Deshaun Watson is going to be leaving the NFL. I'm sorry, I would say he's going to be released from the NFL. Not only that, there may be video footage of him doing. There may be an arrest warrant that can be looking up for Deshaun Watson. Top of all that, he may be exiled from the NFL, or maybe that he can face a lifetime NFL ban. Not only that, however, he could, however, be yes, he wants out of Texas, but I think these 22 losses and his complaint could be one of the reasons why he wants out of Texans. So they say that all the teams who were in pursuit of the Texans, they're looking to Deshaun Watson not going to play in the NFL ever again. I think the NFL is going to consider suspending Deshaun Watson. They could fine him. Yes, they can ban him from the NFL for life. Yes, he can turn himself into the authorities. Yes, he can be arrested and charged, which has not ensued yet. But if it does, then that's that. It could happen later on tonight. It could happen tomorrow, this week, next week, you name it, guys. So honestly, guys, I would tell you that Deshaun Watson gonna get what's coming to him. I'll tell you that. And he could be put on trial. I'll tell you that. And if he's convicted of the charges, he could be facing jail time for the rest of his life, and he could be banned from the NFL forever. So no teams at this point aren't going to want Deshaun Watson anymore. I'll tell you that. They're not going to want him anymore because the scandal surrounding Deshaun Watson. At least 22 lawsuits and a complaint that was filed last week by a new accuser, and the Houston PD is investigating this complaint. I'll tell you that though, and they haven't not issued an arrest warrant yet though. But if they do, that is, and that's that for Deshaun Watson. So honestly, needs to say that Deshaun Watson can get what's coming to him, and needs to say that Deshaun Watson can get what's coming to him. I'll tell you that though, and not only that though, he could be exiled. He could be released from the Texans. It's gonna be, having him now. So now Solis on the other side, Solis and Baxley, they also notified the police. The Houston PD, however, Solis and I think Baxley, one of his other accuser, made sense to the police. They're still investigating Watson after a complaint was filed, by the way. And honestly, they're not gonna comment anymore on that. One special with being accused with the complaint, though, by the way. So I can tell you though that that Deshaun Watson is going to be released from the Texans, and the accusations against Deshaun Watson, they are troubling. I think it's safe to say that these women that accused, that these female masseuses that are unveiled, by the way, they're speaking up. What happened, what ensued on these incidents regarding the Deshaun Watson scandal, or the Deshaun Watson probe, if you will. And I can tell you this, that Deshaun Watson is going to be put on trial for these incidents, for these 22 losses. I'll tell you that. And if it does go to trial, that's that for him. Deshaun Watson is going to be done for. He's going to face music in front of everybody else, in front of those 22 accusers. 22 female masseuses in the NFL for life. The NFL, the Texans, and the Houston PD, they're looking at these investigations as well. They're looking at this incident as well. They're investigating for sure. And they can have an arrest looming up for Deshaun Watson. There could be some, and they could be facing repercussions for Deshaun Watson. I can tell you that though. So that happens, and that's sad for him. So if it happens, I hate to say I told you so, but if it does, that's that. Don't say I told you so, folks, because if it does, that's that. That's all you gotta know, everybody. So Deshaun Watson could have an arrest looming up for him. I'll tell you that. And I'm not sure this new accused that issue could play towards the Houston PD. The Houston police are looking into that. Houston PD, they've also been looking into this case. These 22 cases, losses, if you will, that are surrounding Deshaun Watson, and they're investigating for sure for these misconduct, sexual assault. That is, but honestly, Deshaun Watson, he needs to be taken to jail, exiled from the NFL for life. Needs to be banned from the NFL and not play in the NFL ever again. I can tell you that right now, guys. That happens. That's that for him. Also, some other news I want to get into, by the way. Mark Pavlich's death toll was revealed as suicide, by the way. He was a miracle on the Ice Star, so not looking good there. That's all there is you need to know on that, everybody. All there is you need to know. Also, some other news I want to get into. The Yankees are finalizing a trade to get Ronan Oda from the Rangers, by the way. Rangers are expected to get $27 million owed to Oda in 2022, $3 million buyout on a $13 million club out, everybody. So that's the message you get there. Also, some other news here. Aaron Beasley has been suspended. Aaron Beasley was a Tennessee college football star. He has been suspended and released from the Tennessee Volunteers after he was accused is now veteran. If it remembers the owner, its viewer subscribes to this horrific accident. So honestly, that's not looking good though. So Aaron Beasley could turn himself over to the police, turn himself to the authorities. Not only that, exile from college football forever, and he's got no future in the NFL. I'll tell you that. No future in the NFL. I'll tell you that right now. None. So that's it for him. He's going to be done for, and that's that. Also, some other news here. I also want to get into that. Ayo Sonamu, he'll be going to the 2020 NBA draft. Congrats to him on that. That is the best yet there. And honestly, that's all there's you need to know on that, everybody. So once again, everybody, that Ayo, what's his name? Ayo Deion Sunmu, he will be going. Yeah, Ayo the Sunmu, he is going to the 2021 NBA draft. Congrats to him on that. That is the best yet there. That's a feel good story we all need. So that's all there is for that, everybody. And that's all there is for that. And that's the message yet there. Also, some other news here. Paul Pierce and ESPN, they parted ways. And here's why. Paul Pierce self and Instagram Live with shippers and IG models at his house. They let him go. Paul Pierce has been released, has been fired from ESPN after he was seen partying with strippers and Instagram models at his house. Clearly, that's all there's for that. So Paul Pierce is done for. That's all you need to know on that, everybody. So clearly, yeah, had it coming. So that's all there's for that. But he's been on the NBA countdown. He's been in the NBA preview shows. And clearly he's done. That's it. That's it for him. So he's done. And honestly, that's all there's for that, everybody. He's done for. Also, somebody, I want to get back to the Deshaun Watson scandal, by the way. Now, Rusty Harder, who's Deshaun's attorney, claims the accuser, absolutely Solis, demanded $100K in hush money before filing her lawsuit. And he's got the emails to prove it. Now, Solis was the first accused to file a sexual misconduct lawsuit to DUIs back in March 16. And she was there with Tony Busby. She says people send deals for money. That's false. Could point out that Deshaun Watson does not assault another woman. And Rusty Harder says it's all about the money. Claimed Busby approached one of Watson's reps back in February in an effort to quietly sell the allegations the month before he filed the first lawsuit. The artist says the email sent by Busby associate Cornelia Branfield Harvey to one of Watson's representatives to February 9th, spelling out the demand. Classmate $100K. This offer remains open until Friday of this week. Harvey claims D. Watson's rep pushed back against the demand in the email response. And it says right here that we don't believe the alleged facts show that Deshaun Watson did anything wrong with regards to Ms. Solis. We are nevertheless having to continue the conversation around the reasonable settlement figure because we believe he can learn a lesson about having put himself in the situation. And clearly, that's all there is for that. And that's all there's you need to know, everybody, on that note. So Deshaun Watson, he's in peril, by the way, because one accuser or two accusers were just unveiled, though. One is actually Solis, and the other one was Lauren Baxley. So that's that for him. He can be done for. And that's that. And honestly, not looking good for him. He's going to be done for. Career's over. And yeah, that's that for him. So you can see what you want, everybody. So honestly, that will not be what's coming to him. I can tell you that right now, everybody. That's all there is for that. So all there is you got to know, everybody. That's all there is you got to know for now on that. That's all there's you need to know. Other than here, I want to point out, by the way, I want to wish happy birthdays out to Paul Rudd, who plays Ant-Man, Billy D. Williams, Mary Lou Henner, Candace Cameron Bure, Payne Liss, Eliza Coop, Julie Ertz, Aaron Dodden, Adanya, Mary Lou Henner, Katie Griffiths, Jalen Mills, Cinqua Walls, Charlie Black, and Diora Bayard. So send me your birthday wishes, brother Shelter, brother tweets, but so all you guys can do just for now. That's the best you get there, but so that's all there's you need to know. Send your brother wishes, brother Shelter, brother tweets, and so you'll do in the comments down below. And that's all I can say on that, buddy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I will do right there for the Khalil That Was Sports Report. Let's go to the Khalil That Was Sports Report, both YouTube channel and Facebook page by any and all means necessary. Be sure to send me a comment situation, your thoughts on Sandor being traded to the Panthers. Let me know the comments what impression he's going to make right there. Let me know about that. Let me know if you think that Sam Darnold's going to help the Panthers try to get in the playoff spot. If he's going to play better with the Panthers, let me know about the comments about that. I'll just not sure. Because everyone knew that the Jets were going to move for Sam Darnold, and they did make a big move yesterday. So that's that for him. Either way, we're going to Deshaun Watson, by the way, after one accuser, Ashley Solis, and another accuser who wrote a letter by the name of Lauren Baxley, were making statements, by the way, and of how the whole incident went down involving Deshaun Watson, who's still facing 22 losses of sexual assault misconduct, by the way. Let me know when it comes to weekly rating him. Let me know if he's going to be exiled from the NFL, if he's going to have an arrest warrant awaiting him, charges going to be waiting out, looming up for him. Let me know about the comments down below. Let me know what your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers hosting Jeopardy, but you think it's going to lead to him time from the NFL? You think that saying that he may have to retire, by the way? Let me know about that for sure. It did good. He did good in Jeopardy. I'll tell you that. He did good in Jeopardy last night. He did really good. So that's the message right there, buddy. And it's going to potentially lead to him retire. So you think it's going to happen? Let me know in the comments about that. I'll definitely address. I'm not sure, buddy. You know, that's the next last night.